Everyone used to say we were destined for each other. At the time, I thought it was a joke, but in truth, it was a contract waiting to be signed. By the time I returned from university in London at 22, the pressure began. My parents told me clearly, it is time, and the marriage plans with the son of my father's friend was already organized.
Heart Talk with Lydia.
Welcome to another episode of Heart Talk with Lydia. For those in doubt that arranged marriages do exist, listen to my story. I was born into a wealthy family where marriage was never just about love. It was about power, status, and legacy. In a home like mine, parents make the decisions and children simply obey. My father is a very wealthy man, and our family is well known in Kano. My father has a friend who is a long-standing politician, and they have been friends right from when I was a child. Growing up, my marital path was already written. My father's friend had a son, and I grew up being very close to him. Ultimately, my family was close to theirs by reason of their friendship and business partnership. Everyone used to say we were destined for each other. At the time, I thought it was a joke, but in truth, it was a contract waiting to be signed. By the time I returned from university in London at 22, the pressure began. My parents told me clearly, it is time, and the marriage plans with the son of my father's friend was already organized. My mother tried to convince me that the marriage will secure our family's future. No one asked me what I wanted. No one asked him either. In our world, choices don't belong to the children. Their duty is to carry the family's legacy. The problem was, he loved someone else, a Christian girl. She came from an ordinary home. Her father was a civil servant, not the kind of family ours would ever accept. I knew about her long before the marriage ceremony. I even saw the way his face lit up when her name came up. But when you're born into a rich, controlling family, love has no power against money and influence. Sometimes it feels like brainwash, where you subject your desires to the greater good of the family name. Our marriage ceremony was a spectacle. Celebrities, politicians, even governors in attendance. Everyone saw a fairy tale, but I knew I was walking into a cage built with gold. He smiled. We held hands, posed for pictures, but I knew his heart wasn't with me. It never was. The years that followed were heavy. He treated me with respect, but never affection. He asked me the right questions. He was caring, supportive of anything I wanted to do, but he never said, I love you. Our home had every luxury car, jewelries, vacations abroad, but it lacked one thing money couldn't buy: warmth. Sometimes I caught him scrolling through old pictures of the girl he really loves. I once found a chat on his phone. He poured out his heart, confessing how trapped he felt, how much he still longed for her, and how much he wishes they were together. They still speak. As I read through, tears rolled uncontrollably down my cheeks. My heart was heavy because I grew to love him, but his heart was with another. From that day, I carried an emptiness that words cannot explain. The hardest part of this life is not the absence of money, but the absence of being wanted. I could afford anything money can buy, but at night I still felt invincible. I could fly first class to any country, but no trip erased the loneliness in my own bedroom. Now, 7 years have passed. We have 2 beautiful children, the only glue holding this marriage together. I've thought of leaving many times, but how can I leave a marriage that was established from the inception as a business deal? I yearn for a soft touch, for affection, for warmth, for sweet words, and genuine connection. But all I get is a man just doing due diligence just to keep a marriage. What can I do to get my husband's affection? Because I have grown to love him. My friends advise me to do kaya mata, a traditional method to keep him. But I don't think it's right. I need advice. Wow. Being in a marriage where love is not reciprocated can feel really painful and lonely. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through that pain, that kind of pain. So, I also noticed while reading your story that you never mentioned anything about having a conversation with your husband, letting him know where you currently are. Because I noticed that both of you got into the marriage knowing that you did not love each other. It was just like a contract between both families. Now you have grown to love your husband. He needs to know where you are at the moment. So first, you need to have a heart-to-heart talk with your husband. Let him know what you feel for him right now. Let him know how much you feel about him, the love that you currently feel for your husband. He needs to be aware of it. And then secondly, I will not advise you go the traditional route that was suggested to you by your friends. Because as a woman, there are several ways you can provoke the affection of a man without going through that route. There are several things you need to do as a woman to make your husband see you. Because I see that all you are just yearning for is that your husband sees you and not the other woman. So there are several things you need to do to bring his attention to you. And that's why you have me. I'm available to speak with you. I'm available to tell you those things that you need to know to get your husband's affection. Because men are naturally wired to be influenced by women. And if you are not influencing your husband, you just don't know how. So reach out with the number on the screen and let's talk about it. So guys, we have come to the end of another episode of Heart Talk with Lydia. If you have any stories you want to share or any concerns, with the number on your screen, reach out and let's talk.